Hello minasan, Hikiyami Moriko desu, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Love, Spice, and it's by the developer Tokopoko3, and it's a game for my first game jam summer 2023 game jam. So it's the first game of summer, right? Let's be nice, and let's start the game. What is your name? My name is Moriko. Life is pretty bland, so wouldn't it be nice to spice things up? Yeah, actually it would be nice. Given that we live in a world of spices, I think that was too on the nose. I live my life as a plain old black pepper. No, not that the type of spice a person is important. Our society has moved beyond discriminating people based on what type of spice. That's good. But sometimes I think that being born as a common spice was a sign of how boring my life would be. Are you kidding? I use black pepper for everything I cook. I enjoy black pepper a lot. I left a rather uneventful youth and got a decent enough grades. Now I work as a regular office lady doing paperwork and responding to the occasional or reasonable demand from my boss. The usual. Oh, there's the spices in the background of the... Really nice. Actually, let me move to the side a little bit. Yeah, that should be okay. Well, my life isn't that boring. At least I try to make it so. Every day after work, I always choose to walk home. First, I walk through the park. That's a really anime park. Fresh air from the trees open my lungs, a welcome change from the stale office atmosphere. Maybe I should wait. I admire the lush trees and the man exercising. Nice. Okay, I'm not a pervert. I agree, that doesn't make you a pervert, otherwise I would be one too. I'm just someone who can appreciate the finer things in life. Some of these men are handsome and well built. I find it difficult to avoid looking at them. It happens to the best of us. Besides, it's not like I'm staring at them, just glancing a couple of times satisfies me. Nice. Hey, there's one. I watch as a familiar redhead lets go of a pull-up bar after a few reps, but quickly look away in case he sees me staring. We saw nothing. That's not my usual eye candy at the park. Nope. Anyway, after walking through the park, I go to the cafe nearby. It's a time of day where most people have stopped working, so the cafe is pretty much emptier than usual. Wait, if we are spices, what do we use to spice food? Do we use like people? That would be weird. The only people that remain here are horribly overworked people or students rushing their deadlines. The aroma of roasted coffee beans lingers. As much as I would like to, it's too late for coffee. I typically order a calming tea or hot chocolate to take home. I feel if I were to stay, I would just be getting in the way of the customer's heart at work. My house is close by anyway, so I can still enjoy the drink warm in the comfort of my home. Occasionally, if I feel like it's been a particularly tiring day, I order myself a small shortcake as a treat for myself. He isn't always here, but one of the baristas... Oh, he's here today, just busy making coffee at the back. Maybe it's because he notices that I'm a regular customer, but he always makes a small talk with me when I order. That's called getting the tip, and not the tip you're thinking about. Sometimes he even gives me a little discount. Today though, it seems like he's busy teaching a new employee how to use the coffee machine at the back. Oh well, I get a cup of tea without much conversation and head to my last destination, the library. Wow, this is a really 3D library. Even though the exterior of the building doesn't seem to be that well taken care of, the interior is actually pretty clean and cozy. On a normal weekday, I don't usually head in. The most I do is return books that I already finished reading. The book return slot is conveniently located outside the library. Fishing out the books I stored in my bag, I slot them in one at a time. As I do so, a couple of families meet out of the doors. I wonder if they are here today. Well, it shouldn't matter. With a lighter bag, I decide to finally head home. What? Every background looks different than the other one. It's making me feel weird. Approaching the entrance of my apartment, I see a couple of figures ahead of me, one tall and one short. I didn't see them at the library, so I guess they must have left earlier than I expected. The child turns around and waves at me, tugging the hand of the older man. I smile and wave back, so does the older man. After greeting the neighbors, I unlock the door. They look really small at my apartment. The door behind me closes with a creak as I step into the comfort of my apartment. Really nice apartment. I would love to live in here. I'm home. My voice echoes, the empty apartment greets me. Wow, I'm still not used to living alone. I take off my shoes and fling myself onto the couch. But I do like the freedom. Yeah, living alone it's the best. The fatigue hits me all of a sudden as I sink into the couch. Well, I think I'd seen enough. I'm just gonna, I hope I don't regret this later. I'm gonna put myself into this side of the... Right, let's move this one to here. Sorry guys, you shouldn't be seeing this. Okay, let's go. Life's tough when you're not special. As I mentioned, common spice and all. But still, I managed to move out and start living alone. Though it's a small studio apartment. Working 8 hours every day, coming back home, spending the rest of my day relaxing, and looking forward to the next week, to the weekend. It's a little boring, but that's life for you. That's exactly my life. Sipping my cup of tea, I flipped through the cookbook I hadn't returned to the library. The savory discoveries. Tired of bland, unappealing food? Treat your taste buds to an explosion of flavor with these easy to recreate recipes. I don't really cook, but I enjoy looking through recipes. It's a weird hobby of mine, I know. Maybe if I had more time and motivation, I'll cook more meals for myself. Yeah, I guess cooking for yourself, it's not that engaging as cooking for someone else, right? More time, oh my god. I have a day off tomorrow. I completely forgot about it. My boss kinda forced it upon me since it's almost the end of the year and I hadn't taken any days off. I could cook, but my fridge is completely empty. Nah, going shopping for the ingredients and cooking in one day? That's too much work. I just wanna relax. Okay, let me save the game. Go to the park, go to the cafe, go to a library, or stay home. Okay, so I guess I get to choose my beautiful man I can spend time with. So the park should be the athletic type guy, right? It's probably like a chili pepper or something like that. The cafe guy, it's probably a coffee too, I don't know. I don't know if coffee counts as a spice. Or the library should be the dad and the kid. I hope I'm going for the dad. But he looks really tired, right? So let's go to the coffee. Maybe I'll go to the coffee tomorrow. I'll never really spend time there. I stretched lazily and yawned. Well, now that the plans for tomorrow have been settled, it's time for me to wash up and prepare to go to bed. Good morning, world. It's bright and early when I get ready to leave the house, but not necessarily as I would have liked it to be. I had so much trouble dragging myself out of bed, which is also why I'm not wearing very fancy clothes or doing my hair any special. I'm just bringing along a book I had borrowed from the library the other day, planning to spend the day reading and relaxing in the cafe. Sometimes you just don't feel like doing anything, you know? That's every day. But there's things that must be done, like making YouTube videos. And today is one of those days. I just want to waste my day away doing nothing but immersing myself into fiction, like reading a visual novel. Nothing beats a good book with coffee, a shortcake, and the cozy ambience of my favorite. I wish I had a shortcake right now. Humming to myself, I set off for the cafe. The aroma of coffee hits me the moment I step in. It's early, so there's a decent amount of people queuing to buy a cup of coffee before they head off to work. But most of the customers get their coffee to go, so there are still empty seats in the cafe. At the cafe. As I join the queue and wait for my turn to order, I think about what I should get for today. I usually get an espresso to start my day off strong, but sometimes switch it up to... I don't have to work to do today after all. Before I know it, I'm at the front of the queue. I look up to meet the bright gaze of the barista at the counter today. He's kinda cute, right? It's a friendly barista that was super nice whenever I drop for a coffee. Score! His name tag shows his name, Adrian. Adrian. Good morning, day off? Adrian, yeah, how did you know? You're a little later than usual, so I figured you weren't working today. Wow, amazing, you're like a detective. Is this the best flirting I have ever seen? Maybe. Adrian laughs, shaking his head. Just happened to realize that it is a little past your usual time. What would you like today? I'm about to tell him an espresso as per usual before an idea pops into my head. I think he will be... Well, it depends. If you're very busy, I don't think you want someone to ask you for recommendations because that will take time, right? But I think we are having a nice conversation. Let's ask for a drink. Actually, I feel like trying something different today. Could you recommend me your favorite drink? Adrian blinks surprised. But he quickly nods. Sure. I wait for him to quote me the prices as he keys in the order in the machine, but he just looks up and smiles. Shh, take it as I'm treating you to try my favorite drink. Oh, that's so sweet, thank you. Hey, if you give me free stuff, you have my heart. Especially if you're a kid like this one. I just hope you'll be happy with the drink. I'm already happy, my favorite barista is serving me today. There's a short silence and I'm worried that I said something wrong before Adrian stutters back into the conversation. It's my pleasure. Adrian picks up a cup and a marker, presumably to write my name as per usual, but he seems to pause, hesitating. Are you gonna give me your number? Please do. Moriko. His head jerks up. You forgot my name? Didn't you forget my name? Looks like you were thinking really hard. Oh no, I didn't, I'm sorry. It's fine, I'm sure you get a lot of customers. You could have just asked, you know? As I tease him, the red of his cheeks seems to be turning redder. Cute. Yeah, it's kinda cute. Just wait for your drink over there. Alright. As I move over to the collection area, I watch as he thinks for a moment longer before squealing on the cup. Then he passes the cup to the other barista, making the drinks turning to the next customer. I look down at my phone as I'm waiting, but out of the corner of my eye, I watch as he greets the other customers with a smile. I think he once mentioned that he was a star, Anise. A rare spice that's a good people pleaser and commands attention easily. Light-hearted laughter comes from them too, and I can't help but envy the way he talks to others so easily. It's perfect for the service industry. Yeah, that's right. That's really convenient. When my name is called, I collect my drink and find a seat next to the window. Natural light from the outside and the sunlight streaming in makes it not too cold. Perfect. I take a sip of my coffee before I take out my book. Looks like Adrian got me a latte. It's smooth and creamy with just the right amount of sugar. It's good as expected. As I flip open my book, a bit of extra ink on the cup catches my attention. It looks like some words are peeking out from under the cardboard cup holder. Curious, I tuck the cup holder down to see the line words written just below my name. Can I get your number? Because I like you a lot. Because I like you a lot. Adrian, right? Adrian, I don't want you to be scared, but you have really realistic people behind you. Okay, this looks really weird, right? But it's also really cute. Again, this is for my first game jam, right? I would like to remind you guys that obviously like placeholder assets or like last minute assets or like anything that fits, it's gonna be in so they can finish the game, so they can be... The game is really fun so far. I'm really liking the cute characters, right? So I'm just gonna mention the backgrounds because it takes me out sometimes, but it's not that I really care that much. What? Since when did you write cringy pickup lines on customers' drinks? Oh my god. Does the A stands for Adrian? I look up to see the person in question staring at me. Dark eyes meet mine before bouncing away quickly. Oh, they do bounce away, that's really nice. Is it just me? Or were his cheeks still red? I stifle a giddy laugh looking back down at my drink. So he didn't forget my name, he was just thinking of what to write. Too cute. I'll think about how to answer him when I'm done with the drink. It's an hour later when I hear a tap against my table. After the peak hour when the people grab their coffees to go to work, the cafe has become quiet again, with only some people sitting down, most either studying or doing their work out of office. It's a low period during the day, which is probably why this man is standing by my table right now. How's the drink? It's good. Did you give me an extra shot of espresso in the latte? I thought you wanted it stronger since you always get an espresso. Dang, this man remembers my usual drink too? I feel my cheeks turning warm, realizing nobody remembers anything of me. This is really too cute. The tension that's been on me. Time to redirect the shyness. Is that really what you wanted to ask? I laughed. You saw what I wrote, so I was wondering. He was struggling so hard that my heart almost broke. I saw it. I was just planning to give it to you later since I wasn't sure if it would be appropriate while you were on your shift. I finished off the last bit I had in my cup before picking up the pen I had found in my bag, quickly writing down my number on the cup below the pickup line he left me. Hey, here you go. I couldn't find extra paper. Really? He takes the empty cup from me, fingers brushing mine. Then he holds it to his chest as if afraid he might ask for it back. Yes, really. Make use of it, okay? I will, I'll text you. I got you another drink since you're done with this one. I can't help but smile as how happy he looks. Thanks. It's nothing. Are you free this weekend? I pretend to think and catch sight of the cafe manager coming out of the employee's rest area. I am, but I think you should get back to work before your boss catches you slacking. Adrian takes a quick glance and clears his throat, straightening it up. I'll talk to you after work, I promise. I love giving him a little shoo. Just text me. He nods as I watch he quickly makes his way back to the counter where his manager is standing and looking at him with raised eyebrows. Oops, hope he's not in trouble. A smile plays on my lips as I redirect my attention back to my book. It's afternoon when I flip the last page. Damn, I finished it faster than I expected to. It was a good, so I flew through it. Murder, most delightful. Good read. I hum happily as I think about what I should do now. Maybe grab lunch, then go home for an afternoon nap. My second drink, Adrian made me a nice warm cup of tea, has been sitting on the table for the past hour, long cold. I quickly finish it up as I pack up my things, glancing at the counter. Adrian serving a customer, it's likely to start off when the lunchtime crowd starts to trickle in. I wait until he's done taking the orders before walking up to the counter myself. Moriko, leaving already? Gonna grab lunch then go home. Oh. He looks kinda sad even though it's his normal smile. Hehe, come on, I'll see you during the weekend, right? Really? You did ask me, right? Or did you change your mind? No. Please, let me take you out. Seriously, this guy gives off super golden retriever energy. I laughed. I'll be waiting. Deciding I'd spoken to him so much he's supposed to be working, I turn to leave, waving back. He waves back shyly. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you. I can't help but smile back at the excited face. Well, looks like I have something to look forward to now. Boss, just check through the others will the feedback into giving you by the end of the day. As long as you send me the report, you can leave. Got it, thanks boss. As my boss leaves, I turn my attention back to the computer, furrowing my eyebrows. I swear the words on the document are starting to dance on the screen. But damn, I want the leisure to dance too. It's 4 PM on a Friday and I want nothing more than to finish this up and go home for the weekend. This report will maybe take me at most 2 more hours to finish, then I'll be free. I internally cheer myself up, telling myself to focus on my work. Just then my phone buzzes. Just when I decided to go ultra focus mode. I allow myself a single glance at the light up phone screen. Adrian, are you free this evening? I glance around making sure my boss doesn't catch me fooling with my phone as I shoot off a quick reply. Depends on why you're asking. The reply comes almost instantaneously. If you're up for it, can I bring you out for a bit? I purse my lips, glancing around, trying to stop the corners of my lips from tripping out. Are we already meeting on Sunday? Can't wait 2 more days? We can meet today and Sunday, smiley face. Well, it's like a happy face, not a smiley face, right? Sure, I'll text you when I'm done with work, I have a report to rush. I quickly switch off my phone screen after sending the text, slightly giddy with excitement. Adrian and I have been texting for a while since he asked me for my number a few days back. He's a good texter, and conversations flow easily between the 2 of us. He had asked me for a date on Sunday, so I was looking forward to it, but I guess we're meeting earlier now. I forgot to ask him where he's bringing me, though. My phone vibrates again, but I still myself and keep my eyes on the computer screen in front of me. Work first. If I can finish this in time, I can even go home. That's a good thing to do. Typing out the last sentence of the email I sent it to my boss, I glance at the time. 6 PM. That took longer than expected, but at least I got it done. I press the send button and stretch my arms out, having a bit of relief. I'm free. I pack my things up as quickly as humanly as possible. As spicily? Are you human? Aren't you a spice? As spicily as possible before grabbing my phone and starting to leave the office. When I'm out of the office, I check my messages to realize Adrian sent me a few more texts. Good luck with work. Around what time will you be done? I can wait for you near your office. Oops, I quickly type out the message in return. I'm Tom. I'm at a parking in my office right now. We can just meet wherever it's gone. Moriko, did someone just call my name? I stop typing and look to see a familiar brunette running up to me. Hey, that's some nice outside clothes. He's in his usual casual clothes today, not his cafe uniform. I can't help but take another glance. If I thought he looked good in his cafe uniform, he looks even better in his casual clothes. What does the shirt say? It says Lorem Ipsum, right? Yeah, it says that. My hair is stuttering and his messy half of hair is not helping. Yeah, he has really nice hair. Oh my god, when did you get here? Not long though. Wait, is that a guitar on your back? Maybe? Thought I wait for you to the end work. 6 PM is the time you usually get off work, right? Yeah, but sometimes I work overtime and... Wait, did I tell you that? Adrian cocks his head. Then I get off for work at 6 p.m. Oh. He scratches his head looking a little sheepish. I don't think you did, but I kinda guess since you always reply to me after 6 p.m. Everyone in this game is a stalker and I love it. Hey, someone's trying to win the Attention to Detail award, isn't it? Adrian passes a blush appearing to his cheeks and he forces the rest of the sentence out. Isn't it normal to pay attention to someone you like? It is. His forwardness is making me blush too, so I quickly change the topic. So where are you taking me out today? Adrian hums. Do you listen to music? Yeah, I do. Everyone does. I like putting on some music whenever I'm cooking too, but you never cook. What kind of? Well, I do like classical and I do like rock. I like both of them, but since I think he has a guitar on the back. I can't really see if it's a guitar. It looks like it is a guitar, right? I'm gonna say rock. I'll listen to rock. Really? Yeah, why? What kind of music do you listen to? Then I noticed the instrument case on his back. No way, you play? Is that a guitar or a bass? Or what is that? If it's a bass, I love you. It's my guitar, okay. Adrian pats the black instrument back on his back. I kinda play, yeah. I'm with a rock band. But we're not big, we just do gigs sometimes. Whoa, that's so cool. I can't believe you like rock. He laughs as if relieved. Were you worried? Kinda. I know a lot of people who say rock's not their style. But maybe you'll like us. Come on, I know I will. Adrian laughs, nodding. I'm excited then. What are you bringing me? I kinda guessed from the topic, but still this was exciting. I'm going to have a practice session with my bandmates now in preparation for our gig that it's next week. You want to come with me? To listen? I'd love to. I pause before adding on. But will your bandmates mind? It won't be awkward, will it? They won't. He seems excited, speaking fast. Our band's room's near here, actually, we can walk if you don't mind. Okay, lead the way. I trail behind him and a thought suddenly pops into my head. Did I ever tell him where I worked? I guess I must have mentioned it. Yeah, that's a really bit weird. As we walk, he tells me about how he's got together with his bandmates. Everyone in this game is a stalker, even me. I'm a stalker too. The four of us all know each other from university. I play as the lead guitarist, and there's the lead singer, drummer, and bassist. Usually we have practices every week, whenever we can, to learn new songs together. The gigs are an common occurrence, but we do those whenever we can. It's a side income as well. As he talks, I nod along. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Am I boring you? No, it's interesting. I don't have any musical talent myself, so I think everyone who can play an instrument, it's really cool. Same, I agree with that. Everyone that plays an instrument, it's cool. It's not much, just patience and hard work. And that's amazing in itself. All I know how to do is cook. Though I think my cooking's not bad, I love myself a good meal. I hum on, and after a while, Adrian stops beside a small building. We're here. I think the rest are already inside. The door opens to a small band room. It looks cozy and homely with the smell of instruments in the air. His three bandmates are there already, instruments already set up. Hey, Adrian's here. Took you long enough, bro. Sorry, I brought a guest. He immediately introduces me. Guys, meet Moriko. She's just here to listen. Be nice to her, please. Nice to meet you guys. One of his families whistled. Looks like Adrian's got himself a catch. The three of them laugh and Adrian quickly cuts them off. Don't mind them. Sorry. You can just sit over there if you want. He points to a bunch of beanbags in the corner of the room. Yeah, sure. Looks pretty comfy. I just hope I'm not distracting you guys while being here. It's no problem, man. We'll try our best to give you a good show. Yeah, these two bring their girlfriends all the time too. You should come more often, maybe you guys can make friends. The only one that's getting distracted might be our guitar. I was wondering when our dear Adrian will bring a girlfriend. Nice to meet you, Moriko. Take care of him, yeah? Guys. Well, they're totally getting the wrong idea. Are they? I glance at Adrian, but the blush of his cheeks tells me he's just getting swept along by his friends. I'm just gonna save every choice in case I get an ending I don't want to get. Should I clarify our relationship? I feel that if I clarify my relationship, If I correct them, he's gonna get a little bit sad because he's gonna think I'm not interested in him that way, right? And I am interested in him that way. Well, this is a romance game, right? This is like an atomic game, so just go along with it. I'm not his girlfriend yet, but oh well. I guess we're kind of dating since I agreed to go out with him, so it's fine to let his friends assume we're together. Glancing at Adrian and his flustered expression again, I can't imagine him getting embarrassed. If I'm the one who has to clarify that to his bandmates, I just let it slide. Just ignore them, please. His bandmates laugh and I feel the corners of my lips twitching up. I'll just sit over there, don't mind me. We'll give you a good show. On the drummer's cue, they dive into their first song as if they practiced it a million times already. They probably have since from what Adrian has told me, their gig is next week. Adrian's looking down at his strings as he plays, concentrated. It's almost as if the cute Adrian I usually see is gone, replaced by a cool, dashing alter ego. There's a light in Adrian's eyes that I don't think I've ever seen, and when he catches my gaze and holds it, I swear I can almost hear my heart skips a beat. Then the first guitar riff practically rips through the air, electrifying to say the least. It's captivating. See, if you want to impress a girl, just learn how to play the guitar and play it in front of her. Every girl likes that, right? And some men like it too. After they finish running through the songs on their setlist, I clap and cheer. That was amazing! Listening to them play made adrenaline rush through my veins. There was just me in the room right now, but I'm sure if it was filled with people, the room will be bursting with energy. The singer wipes the sweat of his brows. Thanks, love. Hearing her say that makes me confident. We'll put it off next week. The drummer just gives me a thumbs up, flashing me a big smile. Look, all the drummers I have now, well, most of the drummers I have are really cool people, so that's accurate. Thanks, guys. I think that's good. You think? Yeah, no, we just have to be even more hyped next week. I want to hear the crowd scream with us. The group laughs and they quickly make plans for the next meetup before packing up. Sorry. When the rest start to leave, I make the trail behind them, but Adrian taps my arm, holding me back. You guys go ahead first. We'll stay for a bit longer. No problem, we'll see Moriko at the gig? Yeah, definitely. The door closes and I immediately turn to Adrian. Your bandmates are so chill, they are such cool people. I'm glad you like them. I hope you enjoyed listening to us today too. I did. I'm happy then. He falls back down on the beanbag with a thud and pats the one beside him. I do the same, throwing myself onto the beanbag. Haha, I love these beanbags. Thanks for bringing me here. I saw a new side of you today. I'm just glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm excited to see your gig next week. Adrian smiles and hums, seeming happy. After a short comfortable silence, he opens his mouth again, sounding a little hesitant. You know, we always joke about it, but we actually want to release our own music one day. Sometimes I think about how we'll make more time to take on more gigs, make a bigger name for ourselves. Then one day, when we have enough fans, maybe we'll actually be able to hold a mini concert just for the band. Or even go on tours. That would be amazing. I glance at Adrian. He's sitting with his guitar picked, looking into space as if seeing the scene play out in front of him. I keep quiet, sensing that there's more he wants to say. I don't think all of us are ready yet, though it's scary, since the future of small musicians like us isn't guaranteed. Yeah, it's really rough. There are so many bands just like us, people who want to take it more seriously, but how many actually make it out there? It isn't so easy to make it big, even if you have the skills for it. You either have connections or you're hella lucky. Or both. Well, it's probably a pipe dream. He sighs, lying back on the beanbag completely. Then he turns to look at me, smiling. Yeah, well, of course we have to encourage him. I believe in you. You do? I follow his leading and myself hits back completely on the beanbag before turning to face him too. Your band is amazing. Everyone seems so passionate, so dedicated. You're like a different person on stage. When I heard you play, I felt like electricity was running through my veins. I'm sure if you tried, you'll make it one day. You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you, Moriko. I laughed, glad to see the smile on his face. Then I jumped back up, dusting off my pants enough of his heavy conversation. I'm sorry though, I'd love to stay, but I'm already tired. Friday evening things. Adrian quickly follows, standing up too. Ah, you're right. Sorry for asking you out of such late notice, and after a long day of work too. He sheepishly grabs his guitar, quickly holding the door open for me. No, I enjoy it, thanks. I'll walk you back. We walked side by side, chatting about everything and anything under the sun. Because the band room was close to my office and my office is a walkable distance from home, we reached my front door pretty quickly. Thanks for today. Adrian waits for me to unlock my door and step in, a smile dancing on his lips. I'll see you on Sunday? Yep. Okay, rest well. I waved at him one last time before closing the door, taking my shoes off. Today was amazing. I feel like I got a lot closer to Adrian. I'm glad I decided to go out after a work day. I home as I prepare to shower after the long day. I really am looking forward to Sunday now. Yeah, Sunday it's gonna be amazing. Like I said, it's a secret. I'm on the phone with Adrian as I look at the clothes in my closet trying to decide what to wear for today. It's Sunday and I have a date with him later this evening. You haven't given me any details before I'll pick you up from your house, so how am I supposed to decide what to wear? A short silence. You look perfect in anything you wear anyways. Adrian, he laughs. Wear something warmer. The weather's not all warm yet. Oh, so we're staying outdoors? I can't win against you. I act blurred starting to pick our clothes from an outdoor date. My break's over. I need to get back to work. I'll see you in the evening. Good luck at work. We hang out with a bidding goodbye and I stare at my closet again, spacing out. Texting whenever he's free, calling me even during small pockets of time like he's breaking during work, planning the dates, and even paying attention to every small thing I say. I thought that was just being used to date. He was just used to the dating scene, used to asking girls out, texting them and bringing them around. He definitely has the face for it after all. But with how much he's been putting into this, it makes me think that he might be really be taking me seriously. So a week may be too little time to tell just yet. Yeah, it's too early to know. I shake my head telling myself not to get ahead of myself. Work hard and get him to fall hard and Moriko. Back to the closet. Hair done, outfit chosen, and backpack, I'm all ready for my date. There's a knock on the door just at the right time. Coming. Hi. Adrian's eyes slowly scan the length of my body and I feel his cheeks heating up. When he looks again, he meets my gaze and holds it. I was right, you look good in everything. But you're especially cute today. Thanks for dressing up for me. Shut up, who says it's for you? I dress up for myself only. He just laughs, stepping aside for me to exit. Let's go. What is that? We're staring at a sleek black two-wheeled vehicle parked at the side of the road. What do you mean? What is that? It's a motorbike. He plays the guitar and owns a motorbike. He's the coolest dude ever. Catch, okay? I shift my gaze away from the black vehicle to see Adrian holding up a helmet. I nod and he tosses it gently. It lands straight into my hands. I walk up to Adrian and he's right, still in a bit of daze. Wow, I didn't know you rode a motorbike. Never ridden one before? I shake my head. Time to try. Staring at the helmet in my hands, then back at the motorbike, a million thoughts flash through my brain. Will this helmet ruin my hair? Will I fall? I don't think this is the correct one. Will I fall? I never ridden one before. Is it easy to fall off? Nope, I've fallen once on the highway because I didn't lean into the curb. So since then I've learned that it's important to lean into any turns. You fallen? On a highway? He just laughs. You said that on purpose, didn't you? You'll be fine. Look, the only way you're falling is if I fall too. Do you trust me? Yeah. Okay, ow. All you have to do is hold on tight. Ow? Is that a typo? I don't know. And if I don't fall, you won't fall. Easy. I'm not feeling stupid. After wearing the helmet and make sure it's tight and comfortable, I look up at Adrian. Are we ready now? Yes, sorry. I just laugh, shaking his head as if I tell me not to worry. He swings a leg over the seat and then pats the space behind him. Get on and hold tight. I climb into the seat behind him and look down at the bike. Hold? Where? Oh, my bike doesn't have passenger handlebars. He glances back at me with a sheepish smile and grabs one of my hands, putting it on his waist. Wow, chill out, dude, we only met for a week. Oh, hold him. I put my other hand on his waist too. Okay, got it. He laughs bright and heartily. He wraps my arms tighter around himself. Tighter or you fall. I promise I'm not taking advantage of the situation. You're totally doing it. Now it's my turn to laugh. Adrian jumps in the ladder before he starts the engine. Hold tight, okay? We move off and my arms involuntarily tighten around him. Wind whips around us as we ride, a whole different experience from being in a car. It's loud, the wind is howling, the motor is pouring, and the cars around us sound like bursts of exhaust. Adrian turns his head to the side a little, yells something at me, but I can really hear it. What? He just shouts louder. How are you feeling? How I'm feeling? Like the world sped up. It's exhilarating yet terrifying at the same time. But somehow it doesn't feel as scary as I thought it would. I find myself leaning closer to Adrian, holding him a little tighter. The winds are still howling around us, but I feel slightly more reassured. Then I raise my voice to shout back at him. I feel like I'm flying! The place we stop at is the edge of a small forest near the outskirts of the city. Okay, maybe going to the forest with someone you just met like a week ago is not the best of the ideas. Adrian stops the motorbike and waits for me to get down before he swings down to parking the motorbike. I take the helmet off and pass it back to him, trying to smooth my hair down. The wind had blown it everywhere. How are you feeling? I swear he asked me the same question a million times on the way here. I'm fine, it was fun. I kinda want to ride again. You'll get to on the way back. Adrian laughs and he reaches out towards my face. I freeze, but he just helps me rearrange my hair, patting me on the head. Don't be so touchy with me. There, you look fine. Really fine. There's a light blush on his cheeks and I really wonder how someone like him can be so cool yet cute at the same time. Yeah, it's not fair. You can be cool or cute, not both. Choose one. So, rock band, motorcycle, any more cool hobbies you have to share yet? I'm afraid that's the extent of it. My lips twitch up and I look around us. I never been to this area before. Not a lot of people come here. It's a little scary. It's actually a little scary. But I will say it's perfect, right? So we want to have a nice date. It will be kinda rude to say it's scary. I like it. I mean, we don't have to worry about anyone else being around, right? I thought it'd be good for a date or for a murder. Adrian purses his lips, looking away shyly. Yeah, I like it when there's no one else around, too. Adrian's smile seems almost relieved. I'm glad you think so too. After a bit of trees, there's a small clearing. Let's move. Adrian takes a few steps forward before suddenly turning back. You do want to... He holds out his hand. I can keep the corner of my lips from tipping upwards as I place hands in his. He breaks out his bright smile, squeezing my fingers tightly as he leads the way through the forest. Less than 15 minutes later, the trees in the forest clear and we step onto a small grassy meadow. Dandelions dot the field and birds sing in the background. It's a small tranquil space tucked away from humanity. Wow, I didn't know such a place existed. Pretty, right? It's actually really pretty. Sorry. Anise grins and sets down the bag he brought from his motorcycle. What's that? Picnic mat and some food I prepared beforehand. When did you have the time? Were you working? It's just some sandwiches. I hope that's enough. I usually eat a lot, but I'll be fine. I can just cook next time. I'm quite good at it, or at least I'd like to think. I know, I just wanted to be a surprise. We open up the picnic mat and I sit down on it immediately. Feeling a little tired. The fatigue mainly came from the motorbike ride. This place, it's wonderful, I love it. You haven't seen it all yet. What do you mean? Eden just shakes his head, digging up some sandwiches. You'll see, we have to wait for a bit though. Eat some first. I indulge him, carrying on the conversation and teasing him. Did you season the chicken like how I shared with you? I'm picky with my food, you know? I tried. I'm sorry if it's... I'm just kidding, I'm sure you tried your best. I like it. Oh, the sun's set. This is the perfect date and the perfect murder scene at the same time. Before I know it, it was only a lot darker and the birds had stopped singing. Are you right? Ah, you're right. He looks over at the darkening sky with me and there's a comfortable silence before he continues. Moriko. Will you close your eyes for a bit? Sorry about that. Why? Yeah, are you gonna murder me? Is this gonna turn into a horror game? Please? I raise an eyebrow, but at his puppy dog eyes, I give it and close them. It might take a while, I'm sorry. Huh? What might? You'll see. Hopefully. I wait patiently, hearing nothing for a bit before some shuffling sounds that supposedly come from the man near me. Is there another surprise? Don't open your eyes yet. I won't. This is slightly creepy. A few more minutes pass before Adrian speaks up again. He sounds a little nervous yet excited. Okay, open your eyes. It's gonna be the sunset. And so I do slowly. Oh, oh, this is actually a really cute illustration. The characters in this game are really cute. The first thing my eyes focus on is a brunette sitting in front of me. He wears the brightest smile on his face, glancing down at something in his hands. My gaze traces downwards, falling on the faint light coming from within his cup hands. Is that a firefly? All of a sudden I realize there are tons of bright yellow lights dotting the field, dancing around us. The previously dark clearing becomes light up as it's coming to life. A small gasp escapes me. It's ephemeral. What do you think? I can only reply in a hushed voice. It's beautiful. Adrian laughs and I tear my eyes away from the surroundings to look at the firefly in his hands. You caught one. You can have it. Oh my god. I hold out my hands, but the minute Adrian loses his hands, the firefly flies away. Damn. We stare at his empty hands for a moment before logging softly. I turn my gaze back to the field, mesmerized by the glowing lights. It's a while before Adrian speaks again. You know, fireflies light up to find their mates. You see them flashing? That's how they identify their fellow species. They don't live long, maybe 1 or 2 months, just long enough to find their mate and lay eggs. Then they die. That's kind of depressing. They light up for just a small amount of period of time, shining the brightest they can just to fulfill their life's role. Anise's eye flicked back to mine, and I keep a small nod to show him I'm still listening. Sometimes I think humans are like these fireflies. We're all glowing in our own ways, looking for our own paths. I know it's only been a week since we started talking, but I know you for so much longer. When you come in to get your coffee before work and sometimes drop by for tea or dessert into the evenings, I think I've been shining the brightest I could, trying to get your attention for the longest time. And now that I have it, I don't want to let you go. This time, he looks back at me and holds my gaze. Moriko, I want you to take this seriously. I want you to be mine. Oh my god. Okay, in all fairness, it's a little too fast. Okay, to be completely real, it's too fast. But this is a Otome game, and we fall in love with the cute guy, right? I think the same. Fighting the corners of my lips from twitching up, I hold on my hand. Really? His face brightens and he clutches my hand within his. I laughed. Yes, really. Honestly, I think you got the short end of the stick. Who wouldn't want a man who can serenade you with a guitar and bring you on a cozy ride on his motorbike? And he's hella attentive too. I think the question should be more of, are you okay with me? Moriko, I'm more than okay with you. I'm more than happy with you. I feel like you bring out the best in me, and every time I'm with you, it feels like the whole world's glowing too. He looks around, a smile playing on his lips as he takes in the beautiful sight of the fireflies around us. Just like this, I guess. I smile back at him. Okay, let's make this work. I had a lot of fun today, thanks. I'm glad. I'll talk to you tomorrow? I think for a bit before shaking my head. No. Call me when you're home, then we'll talk tonight. Adrian bows and burrows for a second before his face dissolves into a big smile. Sure, I'll talk to you later. Yeah. When Adrian leaves, I kick off my shoes and jump onto the sofa. What the hell was all that? He brought me out to an amazing place, showed me an amazing sight, and then... I grab my arms around my pillow, smothering my face with it. Then I pick up from the pillow again seconds later. Goddamn, I know I have one amazing boyfriend. Exactly when did this all start? This twisted game? Life used to be, well, life I guess. To the type of spice someone was never matter anymore. The stereotypes remain and my parents expected me to be as brilliant as them. Apparently, being born as an Anise meant having excellent people skills, perfect for managing others, commanding respect and holding attention. Renowned businessmen and television stars, they were all Anises. Dude, you say that, but you're so much luckier than us. Companies will hire you on the spot just for being an Anise. An Anise. Getting into trouble? It felt like there was an invisible wall between us, as if I was so different I couldn't become part of their world, even if I wanted to. Grow up, you're an Anise, born to be a star. Won't you be better off by yourself than sticking to that old band of yours? I bet they are dragging you down. Oh, suffering from success, classic. Slowly, living began to feel like a chore. I went through the motions, not wanting to do anything that my peers and elders expect from me, but also not knowing what else I wanted to do. If I had to describe it as anything, it was boring. Then I met her. One espresso coming up right up. Could I have your name? Moriko, those eyes, are you an Anise? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought Anises will usually work in these kind of places. Ah, don't get the wrong idea. I was just surprised. But I ought to have someone like you serve me. I don't know what it was. She wasn't the first person to be surprised that an Anise was serving them, but she was the first one to accept it so quickly and even seem genuinely happy. I didn't know, but one thing I realized. She was a splash of color that started filling the gray and white areas of my life, as if it was a coloring book. I started looking forward to the next time she dropped by. She wasn't special at all. Wow, that's kinda rude. But somehow I could tear my eyes away from her. I found myself following her from place to place. She worked at a small company near... Yeah, he was stalking me, god damn it. And lived not too far from here too. I came into the orchard and took one photo of that raven black hair and those dark eyes that still seemed to sparkle despite the ordinary mundane life she lived. Wow, you're being really rude to me right now, man. Then that one photo became 2, and 2 became 4, and my photo collection never stopped growing. Okay, now I'm actually a little bit creeped out, but I'm also flattered. I stopped inviting people over to my house because my room was plastered with her pictures, so I could keep staring at her even when I was lying flat on my bed, trying to sleep. She was an introvert, though she'd tell to the neighbors sometimes, and people she met often at the library and park. She never really had plans. The books she brought around were either cooking or murder mystery. She really was a boring girl, but that didn't stop me from being interested. Weirdly, I felt even more drawn to her as time passed. Then I got greedy. I reached out, pretending I was interested just so I could see her more, talk to her more. I kept the coffee cup she had drunk from the one she had written her number on. I wouldn't have washed it, but ants would have come for the contents. Sending off the first text was the first time I felt fear in a long time, fear of rejection. Then she replied. Suddenly, every moment waiting for her to reply, waiting to hear her voice, and waiting to see her face became an eternity. I wonder why. Maybe I wanted to be with her. If only my whole life consisted of her. The same corridor I've seen her walk through a million of times. I almost trembled at the thought that I am not walking through it too, the thought that I am not part of her life too. But somehow I am still not enough. I compose myself before knocking on the door, putting on my usual smile. Coming. A moment later, the door opens. Hey. Wait, you can see him. I'm gonna move back to. God damn it, Adrian. I was. Let me make myself about your same size. About here, yeah. And I'm the one with the coffee, not you. You serve coffee. I have the coffee. Hey, Adrian. Thought I'd like to see a little something since it's the first time you're having me over. And as a thanks for the amazing meal, I'm sure I'll get to experience. We're together and yet I haven't gotten you anything. I just hope you'll see me to see my sincerity through this. I can't but stumble back as a black ball crashes into my arms. I tense up, making sure the present isn't knocking out of my hands as I catch her. Then I wrap my arms around her, taking in the frame with the sensuality carries around her. You're too sweet. Thank you. Then she pulls herself out of my arms, pointing at the small red box. Can I open it? I laughed. Do it later, please. Okay, this is gonna be like extremely creepy because I'm really enjoying this game. I'm gonna enjoy it more if it ends up being really creepy. Oh, okay. Come in then. As I walk in, I notice an unfamiliar smell waft through the house. Whoa, what's that smell? Oh, I went along with my food today. I come from another part of the world, so I guess our cooking might smell a bit unfamiliar to a lot of people here. Sorry. I realize the table is set nicely. The dishes on the table still steaming hot. Oh wait, should I do the creepy voice? The fish is glazed a perfect brown sheen, surrounded by intricately put garnishes. The vegetables are roasted to a beautiful color. I can't help but stare. You're amazing! Cooking was just a hobby. Watching from afar will have never allowed me to see this part of her. She laughs. You haven't even tried anything. Sit down, I'll pour some tea for us. It'll be a palate cleanser. I sit down and take in the delicious smell of smoking composite tea fresh from the teapot into small cups. Here, thanks. Tea goes down extremely smoothly. There's a sweet yet slightly sharp, piquant flavor to it, then a hint of bitterness. It's unlike anything I've had, that I can't help but frown a little trying to make sense of it. You don't like it? I know, it just took me aback. It's delicious. I never had anything like this. I'm glad you like it. Begin. I'll introduce the dishes to you after you try them. When I take my first bite of the food,
flavors of which I never experienced burst apart in my mouth. My tongue feels like it's burning. It's offending, yet I want to keep eating.
It's hot, but it's so good. Nothing I ever had tasted like this. I'm really glad you like it. If you ever feel like your tongue's burning, that's probably the...
She says something else, but it goes over my head. It's as if my head is submerged in water. I can just pull on a lighter.
An unbearable sleepiness washes over me.
And I have to fight the hardest to keep my eyes from closing.
Wait. Did I drug him?
In my head, I gradually put things together. The tea was bitter. Then my eyes fall shut.
What? This is like a double, triple plot twist? What?
Waking up feels like dragging my consciousness out from the depths of the sea. It feels like I've slept for ages. Ugh. I try to rub my eyes only to realize that my hands are bound tightly together and then tied to something.
God gracious, this is amazing. You see, when you see the plot twist, you think Adrian is gonna be the creepy one, right? But then it's a double, triple plot twist. Amazing.
Well, X do, it seems.
Well, I'm gonna stop doing the creepy voice since he's not the creepy anymore. But
damn, she's really done it.
You're awake. Took you long enough.
The sleeping drug was more effective than I expected. How long was I out for? It takes me a while to gradually put together the words, but I feel my head slowly starts to clear. I'm on the kitchen floor, hands tied to something metal.
The whole afternoon and evening.
I didn't think you realized though. I thought the cinnamon tea was sweet enough to cover the bitter taste, but I guess not.
My mistake.
Ah, that was cinnamon? It tasted amazing, even with the slight bitterness. I always wanted to try your cooking, after you talk about how good of a chef you think you are.
I'm not that good.
She cocks her head. People don't always appreciate it, you know? Most end up hysterical when they realize what I've been cooking with. And how I got them. But seeing as you got me a bottle of saffron wrapped up so nicely in your little present box, I think you're well aware. How'd you know?
How'd you know?
I didn't know about what? About where you get your spices?
Oh my god. It's the thing I mentioned at the beginning. If we're spices, we're cooking with other spices.
She just stares coldly at me. A shiver runs on my spine, as expected of someone I feel so strongly for. Right now, it feels as if I even alone wouldn't dare to touch her.
For someone who claimed to know you better than anyone else, it is shameful not to know this. With how much you pick at your food. Well, I've seen people walking here and never come out after all. I should have guessed, when you appeared at my office building and when we first talked back to this apartment side by side, I never thought you where I lived. Yet you seem to know the way like it was the back of your hand. She breaks it down slowly and coldly as if peeling open the skin of a rat lap on a table. I try to hold myself back but can't for long. Have you tasted anise before? She raises an eyebrow at me before shaking her head, granting me an answer. No? That's why you accepted my advances, right? You really are amazing. I love you, seriously. This is the first time I ever been... now I feel bad for Adrian. Yeah, he's kind of creepy, but it's just because he felt easy in love with a creepy woman, right? And I think, thinking back at some interactions with Moriko, I think they were kind of weird. Like, you're supposed to be shy and introverted, but then you were like kind of patronizing, right? It makes sense. This game is really well written. That's what it takes for the woman in front of me to bark a laugh of disbelief. Her eyes light up again, and I can't help but stare. Oh, yeah. Let's go. That's my type of girl, you know. If I was a spice, if I was a spice and I will be eaten by someone, I would like to be a girl that it's this cute. You know me, I like crazy girls. I guess now I'm the crazy girl, but it works, right? Whoa, you're the real deal. I really didn't think you could come be this messed up. There's a orange glint in those dark eyes, one that makes me fall even harder. Yeah, same. I'm with you, man. She's beautiful. I sit up as best as I can, trying to be as close to her as possible. How do you usually do it? Can I do the honors? Would you savor me? Moriko smiles even wider. Her next words come with an seductive purr. I'll savor you. You don't have to worry about anything else, darling. I'm sorry, I don't have a seductive voice.
I'm sure you'll taste amazing. I take in the sight in front of me, burning into my retinas. The Morik in front of me looks absolutely divine. It's like the angel of death has come to relieve me of all my burdens. Like this, I finally get to be with her forever. It tastes so good. Now, let's rinse and repeat. I guess that's Anise, right? It's missing one. Good ending. Good. How is this ending good? Anise acquired. What am I supposed to say after playing this game? I just killed someone to eat them. And I feel bad for that guy even though he wanted. Okay, it's time to review this game. It's time. Okay, now look, I know there's other, like, 2 other routes of the game, right? But you know what I like to do with games, right? You know what I like to do with games? I like to not play all of it so you guys can go and play it too, right? And experience new things. Because if I play all of the game, you guys won't go and download the game, and I want you guys to go and play the games I play. So if you want to experience the roots of probably the spicy pepper or something, and I don't know what this guy can be, but he looks really tired, and he has a son. So I don't want to kill this guy because he has a son, right? The green guy. I also don't want to kill this guy, and I didn't want to kill this guy, but he was okay with it. So I guess it's the best possible ending. Now I feel like there has to be multiple endings in this game, because it has to be like I eat this one, and this one, and I don't eat any of this one. So there's at least 6 endings to this game, right? There's a bunch to play, so I recommend you guys go and play it. So really weird game, because at the beginning it was like just like a regular otome dating sim, right? Like a cute girl, like a slightly normal girl trying to get a date with a bunch of hung guys, with a bunch of pretty guy, the cute guy, the cool guy, and everything, right? And then we spent like a cool date with him, and we have nice dates, we have a beautiful CG, and we fall in love, right? But then it twists everything and it starts telling you how creepy the guy. I don't know if the other guys are actually creepy too, but it's kind of creepy, and he's stalking you and everything. I think, oh, this guy is a weirdo, probably all the guys in the game are gonna kill me. But then it gets twisted again, and you are actually the ranch crazy person and eat them, which comes into play with what I mentioned at the beginning, right? If we are spices, what do we spice our food with, right? I knew the plot twist from the beginning. I'm really smart. Okay, but it was actually a surprise. I was actually surprised by the game. It's really well written. It feels like a nice dating simulator, but then it gets spooky, and then it gets more spooky and messed up. So I will play the other 2 routes in my free time, because I want to know what happens, and I want to know what happens. I make multiple save states, right? I have multiple save states for this guy, so I can just take different choices, and maybe I can save him, right? I don't know, but for now, you guys will not know that. You will have to play the game for yourselves. And if you want to find the game, the link will be down in the description with all the games I have played so far. So go ahead and try it. So yeah, really cool game. It looks really cute. The backgrounds sometimes takes me off because they look kind of out of place. But then again, I'm really surprised now that this game was made for my first game jam summer 2023, because it's a really good game for being the first game of some people or someone. I don't know if it's multiple developers. Actually, let's go to the itch.io page. Love Spice is an otome game dating sim created in 2 weeks for my first game jam summer 2023. It contains 3 spicy routes, 8 endings, and unlocks the special ending upon completing of all routes. Oh my god, I would like to try that. I don't know if I'm gonna continue this game in another. I probably not. I'm short on time. 8 CGs, a guy who carries his guitar everywhere, even on a motorcycle. Yeah, that was really cool. And we have Chase, that it's the redhead. It's a red chili. We have Callum, that it's a cardamom. Isn't that the thing that it's poisonous if you don't cook it properly? And Adrian, that it's an anise, right?
Brought to you by 3 very tired people, namely Tokopoko3, I'm Somebody 6, and Really D. Okay, so really cool game, really cool story. I think I would love to play this. I'm really sorry I can't play all the game developer. I know after you play all the routes it's gonna be even better, but sadly I don't have the time to play. It was 1 hour per route, so it's probably gonna be like about 4 hours for the complete game. Really long game. That's a good thing. And there's a bunch to discover, so I really recommend you guys go and play it. I will try to play the rest in my free time. I'm probably not gonna upload it because it takes too much time to record these things. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you developer for making the game. Amazing game, amazing story. I love it. I love all the characters. I love the ending I got. It's perfect. I will see you guys in the next indie game or stream or whatever. See you later.